everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The running game will be a focus today. The Bucs have the best rush defense in the league, and they're going against the Bengals, who will try to avoid becoming one-dimensional. So for the call of this week's 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. With the distinctive pirate ship in the north end zone, we can only be in one place, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And leading them out, their veteran quarterback. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
3rd and 1, who you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
Fresh set of downs here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down following the incompletion.
Here we go now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Third down now following the run. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
First and goal here from the 9. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now let's go! Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
And his kick is good. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Charles, on the slant, you always need good ball placement. They got it there.
Brandon, the quarterback, put it in the exact perfect spot, right to the upfield shoulder of the receiver, and he used his body to keep the defender away.
And they'll run it here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll look to set up his blockers. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And that will come the offense. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Here we go now. Detroit! Detroit now, look at 56.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a third down attempt.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Cooper's got it. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 23 yards on the play.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And they'll go on the ground. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with the football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Amari Cooper, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive lineman and control him. And what I love about the good defensive tackle, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun now on third down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And this is taken into the end zone, a fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll give the Bucs a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
He's got some space. They'll look to throw here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really... confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And out now, here come the Bengals. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop him from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more...
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down.
I'm actually surprised they didn't get out of that play. I didn't see anyone pressing the line of scrimmage for the defense.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding time. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board. But the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
Let's go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Here we go now.
Back to throw again. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down. And they convert another one right here to move the chains.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. To go here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. A reminder coming up at halftime. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. Surveying the field. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's at the cornerback position.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come up in an offset eye. Now 3rd down, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers defense, we watch them get set to go. And a really nice job last time. Offense had great field position, but they were able to hold them just 4 plays, and they had to hit the field goal.
We saw the benefits of practice there from the defense, though, didn't we? Because most teams, when they have that type of field position that they have to start defense on, they treat it almost like what we call sudden change. You know, after a turnover or a big kick return, whatever that is, you tell the guys, listen, you got to bow up. You got to get in there. Make sure you don't give up any more than a field goal.
They bowed up all right. We'll see if they bow up again. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a gain of 20 that time. And it'll give the Bengals a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll look to throw here. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Second down now after the incompletion.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. On play action, they'll throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Really good job by the offense there. Every second counts right now. So for them to get out of bounds and save some time, that's a nice move.
Red zone opportunity.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw again. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got time. So we've come upon halftime. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. Third quarter now. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Green 39! Green 39!
They go play action here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. To throw. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Bengals defense getting ready to go again. They come out here in the eye. And to give this time to the tailback. Fighting through. And he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that will make this a 4-point game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers defense making their way back out onto the field. They'll be hoping to come up with that same type of effort they had last time when they forced the punt that led to a touchdown.
And that type of effort just continues to carry over, because once you get it done once, you feel like you can do it again and again. It's no guarantee, but you got to like the confidence that they take back out into the field.
Now, will they keep that confidence? Time to find out. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They played so well throughout this entire game.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try to open things up in the run game.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some space here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Let's go! Green!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. This Bengal defense now making their way back out onto the field. Last drive, touchdown, surrendered. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
All right, here we go. Green, 39!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. 4-6 defense, they were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive lineman, the center, and the 2 guards, and make it difficult if you even want to think about running the ball inside. If you can control them, that allows the linebackers and the safeties to run free and get to the ball carriers. And that play worked really well. No gain.
And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go now.
On the give, this is their fullback. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing for his line back, and he's got it complete. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that one falls incomplete. Trying to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Out of the gun. And they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. They'll set up to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Here we go.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll drop to throw. His pass caught at the 4. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
2nd and goal to go now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th. And that score gives us our 6th lead change of the game.
Are we back on the playground on the seesaw?
A little seesaw battle,
right?
yeah.
Up and down, up and down. What a game we've watched here.
It's been fun. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence. Because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence that they just get their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went. That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. This will be fielded at the 17. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. They come out here in the eye. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it. And you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down. Have to stop them.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Back to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So out come the Bucs now. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So it'll be first down here after the run. Now a handoff looking right. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
All right, here we go. Detroit!
And they'll run it here. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And there's your dagger right there. I tell you, there's a lot of coaches in the league that would not have gone for it on 4th down. But with a 2-score lead, they roll the dice. Get the first down, and that should be enough to salt this one away.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Letting run